Welcome to a world where we're more connected than ever, yet loneliness quietly shadows our lives. Despite the endless stream of texts, likes, and online friends, many of us feel unseen and unheard. This paradox defines our age, surrounded by people but starved for true connection. In this opening scene, we'll explore why loneliness has become a silent epidemic, affecting 1 in 4 adults worldwide. We'll also introduce the journey ahead, a roadmap to rediscovering meaningful relationships, starting with understanding ourselves. Let's begin by acknowledging that feeling alone isn't a personal failure, but a universal human experience. Together, we'll uncover why connection matters and how you can move from solitude to a sense of true belonging. Human beings are wired for connection. From the moment we're born, our brains seek out warmth, eye contact, and touch, not just for comfort, but for survival. Evolution taught us that belonging to a group meant safety, while isolation could be dangerous. Modern neuroscience confirms this. When we connect with others, our brains release oxytocin, the hormone that builds trust and reduces stress. Dopamine rewards us when we feel understood, and mirror neurons help us empathize with others' emotions. This isn't just emotional, it's biological. When we lack connection, our bodies suffer, increasing risks for depression, heart disease, and even early death. Understanding this science is the first step toward building lasting relationships. If you're holding onto a quiet hope for deeper relationships, you're not alone. This guide was created for anyone who's ever felt invisible, misunderstood, or disconnected, even in a crowd. Whether you're an overthinker, a giver, or someone who's built walls to protect yourself, this journey is for you. The goal isn't just to offer advice, but to help you understand the science and stories behind why we relate the way we do. Through each chapter, you'll find practical exercises and insights, all designed to help you move from loneliness to lasting connection. Remember, your longing for connection is not a weakness, it's your greatest strength. This guide will walk you through every kind of relationship that shapes your life: romantic, familial, platonic, professional, spiritual, and even the one you have with yourself. Each part builds on the last, starting with the foundations of human connection and moving through practical steps for overcoming loneliness, building friendships, deepening romantic bonds, healing family ties, and thriving in the digital age. By the end, you'll have a blueprint for lifelong connection. Along the way, you'll discover exercises, stories, and science-backed strategies to help you nurture, heal, and sustain your relationships. Let's embark on this journey together, one step at a time. Unlike typical relationship advice books, this guide is grounded in science and real-life stories. You'll learn from psychology, neuroscience, sociology, and anthropology, discovering how attachment theory, brain chemistry, and cultural norms shape our connections. Each concept is paired with practical exercises, so you can apply what you learn immediately. Insights from leading researchers like Brené Brown, John Gottman, and Esther Perel are woven throughout, ensuring that every lesson is both evidence-based and deeply human. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about understanding yourself and others on a deeper level, so you can build relationships that truly last. If you've ever felt left behind or unseen, know that you are not alone. Loneliness is not a sign of failure or unworthiness. It's a signal that your need for connection is real and important. Skills for building relationships can be learned at any stage of life, no matter your past experiences. Even if you've been hurt or isolated, there is always a way back to belonging. This guide will help you start small, with one conversation or act of courage at a time. Over time, you'll find yourself feeling more at home, not just with others, but within yourself. Before moving forward, take a moment to reflect on your current sense of connection. Rate how connected you feel to yourself, others, and your community. Think about who makes you feel truly understood, and recall the last time you felt deeply seen or heard. Identify areas in your life where you feel most alone, and set one intention for what you hope to learn from this journey. This honest self-assessment is your starting point. Keep your answers close. You'll revisit them later to measure your transformation. Remember, awareness is the first step toward change. Human connection isn't something we stumble upon, it's something we build moment by moment. Like any art, it requires awareness, patience, and practice. By the end of this journey, you'll not only understand relationships, but you'll also know how to nurture, heal, and sustain them for life. The process starts with small, intentional actions and grows into a lifelong practice. Whether you're looking to deepen existing bonds or create new ones, remember that connection is always within reach. Let's lay the foundation for a more connected, fulfilling life together. Long before cities or smartphones, our ancestors survived by belonging to small tribes. Belonging wasn't a choice, it was evolution's first survival code. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar found that our brains are wired to manage about 150 meaningful relationships, known as Dunbar's number. Even as technology expands our networks, our biology remains tribal. This deep wiring explains why rejection or exclusion hurts so much. Our brains process social pain in the same area as physical pain, making loneliness a real, tangible hurt. Understanding this helps us see that our need for connection is ancient and essential. Every emotion you feel when bonding with someone has a unique chemical signature. Oxytocin, the trust hormone, is released during hugs and eye contact, lowering stress and building safety. Dopamine rewards us with pleasure when we feel understood, while serotonin stabilizes our mood and sense of belonging. Endorphins, triggered by laughter or shared meals, bring comfort and joy. These chemicals create the internal symphony of connection, explaining why laughter is contagious and hugs relieve stress. When we lack connection, stress hormones rise, leading to fatigue and poor health. Connection heals both heart and body. Beneath the biology of connection lies a deep psychological need to be seen, known, and accepted. Psychologist Abraham Maslow placed love and belonging at the center of his hierarchy of needs, just after food and safety. Authenticity, the ability to show up as yourself, and acceptance are the two pillars of true belonging. When both are present, connection feels effortless. When either is missing, loneliness creeps in, even in a crowd. Research by Brené Brown shows that meaningful relationships are built not on perfection, but on the courage to be vulnerable and let others in. A social environment literally sculpts our brains. Studies show that loneliness activates the brain's fear center and reduces the ability to trust and empathize. This can create a self-reinforcing loop. The lonelier we feel, the harder it becomes to interpret social cues accurately, leading to more isolation. On the other hand, positive relationships strengthen the brain's capacity for empathy and resilience. Acts of kindness and emotional sharing light up areas linked to happiness and emotional regulation. The good news: neuroplasticity means our brains can relearn belonging, no matter our past. Loneliness isn't just about being alone, it's about feeling misunderstood. It's the gap between the connection we have and the connection we want. Chronic loneliness makes our brains hyper-aware of rejection, causing us to withdraw and expect disconnection. This creates a feedback loop known as the loneliness spiral, where fear of rejection leads to more isolation, but awareness can break this cycle. By understanding that your brain is trying to protect you, you can start to gently re-engage with others, one small step at a time. Connection looks different across cultures. In individualistic societies, independence and personal choice are valued, while collectivist cultures emphasize loyalty and duty. Neither approach is better, each offers unique wisdom. Understanding your own cultural lens can explain why some relationships feel natural and others feel strained. It also helps you navigate cross-cultural relationships with empathy, especially in our increasingly global world. Recognizing these differences is key to building bridges and finding common ground, no matter where you are. Your need for connection isn't determined by how outgoing you are, it's about how understood you feel. Introverts crave deep, meaningful bonds and connect best in small groups. Extroverts thrive on shared experiences and group energy. Ambiverts move between both worlds. Neurodiverse individuals may process social signals differently but can form strong, lasting relationships with understanding and communication. Belonging isn't about fitting in, it's about finding people who let you be yourself. Sociologist Robert Putnam describes social capital as the invisible wealth in our networks, the trust, cooperation, and shared norms that bind communities. High social capital means societies and individuals thrive. Low social capital leads to fragmentation. The more genuine connections you build, the more emotional resources you have during tough times. Studies show that people with strong social ties recover faster from illness, manage stress better, and even live longer. Belonging isn't just emotional, it's survival science. In Sardinia, a small Italian village known for its many centenarians, researchers found the secret to longevity wasn't diet or exercise, it was connection. Tight-knit families, daily face-to-face interactions, and community rituals kept residents engaged and healthy well into old age. This village shows us that human contact sustains life. The message is clear: nurturing relationships isn't just good for the soul, it's essential for a long, healthy life. Visualize your circles of belonging. Draw 3 concentric circles. Place your closest relationships in the inner circle, regular contacts in the middle, and acquaintances in the outer circle. Reflect on which circles feel full or empty and consider who you'd like to move closer. Choose one person from each circle to reach out to this week. A simple message can reignite dormant bonds. This exercise helps you see where your social energy flows and where you might want to nurture growth. Belonging isn't a luxury for the lucky, it's the foundation of being human. It shapes your brain, health, happiness, and sense of identity. The paradox of our times is that we haven't forgotten how to connect, we've forgotten why it matters. Connection isn't about fixing loneliness overnight, it's about remembering what your DNA already knows. You are wired to belong. With awareness and practice, you can rebuild the bridges to lasting relationships. Ancestors survived by forming tribes, small groups that hunted, gathered, and protected each other. Belonging to a tribe meant safety, warmth, and food. This evolutionary need for connection is still present in our brains today. Even as technology allows us to connect with thousands, our emotional bandwidth is limited. Understanding these roots helps us appreciate why relationships are so vital and why exclusion feels so painful. Love and friendship aren't just feelings, they're chemical events in the brain. Oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins all play a role in how we bond and feel pleasure. These chemicals explain why a hug can calm us, why laughter is contagious, and why loneliness feels like withdrawal. Understanding the brain chemistry behind relationships can help us nurture bonds more intentionally and recognize the signs when connection is missing. Communities with high social capital, where trust and cooperation are strong, tend to live longer, healthier lives. Studies show that people with close friendships recover faster from illness and manage stress better. The Harvard study of adult development found that the quality of our relationships is the strongest predictor of long-term health and happiness. Investing in your social network isn't just good for your mood, it's a key to longevity. Childhood experiences shape how we bond as adults. Psychologists identify 4 main attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. Secure attachment leads to healthy, trusting relationships, while insecure styles can cause anxiety or avoidance. Understanding your attachment style is the first step toward healing and building stronger connections. With awareness and effort, it's possible to move toward a more secure way of relating. If you recognize patterns of anxious or avoidant attachment in yourself, know that change is possible. Healing begins with self-awareness, reflecting on your early experiences and how they influence your current relationships. Therapeutic exercises, journaling, and supportive relationships can help you develop a more secure attachment style. Over time, you'll find it easier to trust, communicate, and build lasting bonds. Emotional intelligence is the glue that holds relationships together. It involves self-awareness, empathy, emotional regulation, and effective communication. Tools like Gottman's love maps help couples understand each other's inner worlds, while emotional attunement fosters deeper connection. Even introverts and logical thinkers can develop empathy with practice. Strengthening your emotional intelligence will improve every relationship in your life. A relationship with yourself sets the tone for every other bond in your life. Self-talk, self-compassion, boundaries, and self-esteem are all crucial. Learning to enjoy solitude without feeling lonely is a powerful skill. Journaling your inner dialogue can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, paving the way for healthier relationships with others. Some people genuinely prefer solitude, and that's okay. There's often a stigma around being alone, but introverts and neurodiverse individuals have hidden strengths. Solitude can foster creativity, self-awareness, and resilience. Reframing your view of alone time can help you appreciate its benefits and reduce feelings of shame or inadequacy. Chronic loneliness affects the brain, increasing anxiety and sensitivity to rejection. Social anxiety and learned helplessness can make it hard to reach out. Cognitive behavioral techniques can help you challenge negative thoughts and gradually build confidence in social situations. Remember, isolation isn't a permanent state. Small steps can lead to meaningful change. Building connection starts with small, meaningful interactions. Mastering small talk, understanding body language, and making positive first impressions are key skills. Exposure therapy, gradually facing social fears, can help you build confidence. Try a 7 days of social bravery challenge to practice reaching out and connecting with others. Genuine friendships are built on trust, emotional safety, and shared experiences. Platonic intimacy, feeling close without romance, is a powerful source of support. Friendships can evolve through life transitions, but maintaining them requires effort and understanding. Investing in your friendships is one of the best ways to boost happiness and resilience. Not all friendships last forever. Drift, betrayal, or mismatched values can cause relationships to fade. Letting go with grace is an important skill. Sometimes it's necessary for growth. Conducting a friendship audit can help you reflect on which relationships to nurture and which to release. Building a supportive community starts with shared interests and regular contact. The Dunbar number reminds us that quality matters more than quantity. Reviving old friendships and building new ones can help you create a strong support system. Case studies show that moving from isolation to a sense of tribe is possible for anyone. Romantic attraction is a mix of biology and psychology. Research by Helen Fisher shows that lust, attraction, and attachment each have unique brain signatures. Online dating algorithms try to match these patterns, but real connection goes beyond the digital. Understanding the science of attraction can help you navigate modern romance with more confidence. Healthy communication is the foundation of every strong relationship. Nonviolent communication, active listening, and understanding the 4 horsemen of conflict can help you navigate challenges. Sometimes, listening without trying to fix is the most powerful gift you can give. Practicing the 5-minute heart talk can deepen intimacy and trust. Everyone expresses and receives love differently. Gary Chapman's 5 love languages, words, acts, gifts, time, and touch, help couples understand each other's needs. Misalignment can cause frustration, but learning to bridge these gaps strengthens relationships. Role-play exercises can help couples practice expressing love in new ways. Every relationship faces conflict. Understanding your conflict style and learning to repair trust are essential skills. Research shows that forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same. Sometimes, letting go is healthier than holding on. Practicing these skills can help you weather storms and emerge stronger together. Long-term relationships require ongoing effort to maintain emotional, physical, and intellectual intimacy. Navigating routine, boredom, and desire is part of the journey. Insights from experts like Esther Perel can help couples keep the spark alive and deepen their connection over time. Relationships come in many forms: LGBTQ+ partnerships, polyamory, long distance, and intercultural dynamics. Respect, consent, and mutual understanding are the cornerstones of healthy bonds. Embracing diversity in relationships enriches our lives and broadens our capacity for empathy. Heartbreak is a real, physiological experience. The neuroscience of heartbreak shows that loss activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Healthy closure and post-breakup growth are possible, even after deep hurt. Rituals for letting go can help you heal and move forward with hope. Family relationships shape us from birth. Generational patterns and intergenerational trauma can influence how we relate to parents, siblings, and children. Setting healthy boundaries and healing old wounds are vital for peace and growth. Whether you're repairing ties or redefining family, these bonds matter deeply. Attachment parenting and emotional coaching help raise emotionally intelligent kids. Building strong bonds with children sets the stage for their lifelong relationships. Practicing empathy, setting boundaries, and modeling healthy communication are key to nurturing the next generation. As we grow older, family dynamics shift. Sibling rivalry, in-law relationships, and caring for aging parents can be challenging. Repairing estranged family ties requires patience and understanding. With effort, it's possible to find peace and connection, even in complex family situations. Sometimes, the family we choose is as important as the one we're born into. LGBTQ+ and cross-cultural communities often create strong networks of chosen family. These supportive bonds provide belonging, acceptance, and love, proving that family is about connection, not just blood. Professional relationships are built on trust, collaboration, and psychological safety. Mentorship and sponsorship help us grow, while healthy boundaries prevent burnout. Building authentic connections at work leads to greater satisfaction and success. Even in digital workplaces, genuine relationships make all the difference. As we reach the end of this journey, it's time to integrate everything you've learned. Designing your own connection blueprint means creating daily, weekly, and yearly rituals to nurture your relationships. Remember, connection is not about perfection, it's about consistent, intentional effort. By practicing these skills, you'll build a life filled with lasting, meaningful relationships. The ripple effect of your growth will touch not only your life, but generations to come.